Hi, I'm Kris.
I'm Jeannine, and welcome to the Blue Fiber Tree.
Hi.
Yay! We're going to start with the calendar for the store, and today is September 25th. It's the last day of the yarn tour. It's been a long month, just so people
Everybody's
know.
tired, and we don't really look this fresh-faced right now because remember pre-recorded videos?
Yeah.
Right now, we are going, is this day ever gonna end?
So I'm typically closed on Sundays. This is the last Sunday of the yarn tour. I still have to work another 6 days before I get a day off. So 26 days in a row is long for Jeannine, and Jeannine gets a little cranky and grumpy.
Snickers work.
Snickers work. But yeah, so thank you very much for everyone who has participated and come to my store. She's still pulling fiber out of her mouth. We're not sure what she did, but
I don't know what I did. It's probably the sweater.
probably. So anyway, yeah. So, and it's nice to see everybody, and I'm hoping that this is us getting back into a normal flow of people coming out, not being afraid to go places, and we have had our back to our normal 350 plus visitors to my store alone, which means everybody else is getting close to the same, which is fabulous. We do appreciate it, and thank you from everyone on the Yarn Discovery Tour. We appreciate everyone who comes out and shops us.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the only way to get to see who's out there. And if you're new to the area, yeah, I hope you were able to do it.
I hope you were able to do it.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm most excited about is with the influx of people from the yarn tour.
Yeah.
They're all seeing the amount and the wide variety of classes that happen here at the store.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get an influx of new faces with
I
some of our
hope
classes.
so.
I love it. I mean, we're building friendships like
absolutely.
all over the place. It's so great.
There's a lot of people moving in and out of this area. I see so many new people. Like, I moved from out of state, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, whatever. Local yarn shop near me, you pop up. I gotta come find you. And I go, okay, fine, but there's other shops too. Please go visit them as well.
Absolutely.
Share the love, but hopefully come back and hang out with me. Absolutely, yeah. So
Lots
let's do
of fun.
let's do the calendar. So as I said, today's the last day of the yarn tour. So we're here today at 11 to 5. Hope you get to come out. Wednesday the 28th, drafting with purpose from 5 to 8 is the last workshop for September, and we're gonna do part of October
because there's a lot.
There's a lot
going.
So yeah, I mean,
you would think my football schedule wouldn't allow that much.
And plus, you're out of town.
How much? How am I here that much in October then?
No, but you are.
I ain't gonna sleep. She's a slave driver.
I am. But she set the schedule for herself, not me.
She lies.
October 1st, Rigid Heddle Basics, 10 to 3. October 12th, Needle Felting Basics from 5 to 8. It's with me. Then on the 13th, you have a double macrame day.
I do.
So Advanced Beginner Bowl from 10 to 2. And Christmas ornaments, we're going to be doing the wreath from 5 to 8. So any macrame Christmas anything right now, because they're ornaments, no skill required.
Just come on in.
Come on in, hang out, have fun. She's going to teach you what you need to do.
It's just a lot
to make
of
that
fun.
project.
Why
yeah.
Bring the rest. Brought the wreaths over. I didn't even think of that.
I don't know.
That's all right.
He's going to go get
He's going to go get them. You should grab my angels too, just so we can show him. He stuck his tongue out at me, Mom.
Western Reserve Lace Society group, third Saturday of the month from 10 to 1. And at the same time, everyone has seen those three-dimensional needle felted rabbits that we have here in the store.
Okay.
Well, we're going to do a workshop for the needle felted rabbits from 11 to 4 that day. Then October 19th, Beginners Tapestry from 5 to 8.
You need this. You need this. You need this. If you are going to take my basic macro weaving class,
correct,
which is going to be on November 5th, but I just want to pop that out there.
You're going to need that one, and you're going to need the Rigid Heddle workshop.
Either, yes, because you either need the Rigid Heddle or Trilon.
Right.
Plus the tapestry. Plus one of the intro classes for me.
Right. And she has the basic knots from Macroweave. I'm just going to say this, it's on the 27th.
Yeah.
So you have the 2 workshops that you need in order to do macro weaving. They're scheduled the first half of October, and that basic knots for Macroweave is scheduled at the end of the month. You could get all of that stuff out of the way in October.
And take my class on the 5th. It's going to be so much fun.
In November 5th. So there's that. It's going to be, it's packed. The calendar is packed, and I love it because I love it when there's people in the store. It makes my day go faster.
Absolutely.
And while she's teaching, I can help everybody else do whatever they're doing who walk in and need some help.
And then I will say, so normally after she does her schedule, I do alk&me's schedule for our studio. Well, folks, the studio is not really doing classes for the rest of September, October, November, and most of December, because there is so much going on here in the store, you know, from the yard show that we're just ending,
winding up,
and then now I'm getting ready for the holidays, and this is also where I start getting ready for Wild and Woolly that's coming in February. So my teaching is pretty much here. For those of you that have had dye classes with me at the studio, we are doing on December 28th an open dye day during Christmas break, because a lot of people take that time off of work. Got a couple teachers that are like, really? So we're going to do an all-day dye event. I'll get that. The information might already be up on my Facebook page. If it's not, it'll be up there shortly. If you have not taken a dye class with me, but you want to be able to participate in the dye day, reach out. And if you have you and a couple of friends, I'll find a time to do a private class up at the barn. Up at my studio. I'm fine with that. But unless I do that, I am all yours for a few months. That's really scary, folks.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Show the ornaments.
So these are the wreaths. I do have one more wreath and a Christmas tree that'll be a part of this. So in the class, you can make 3 wreaths. I don't care if they're all these three, or the other one that's coming in, and the Christmas tree.
At the same time?
Sure,
on the same
you
day?
can make them the same day. It's easy. It's fun.
Ooh,
they have enough time.
I need to change that then.
What, with the Christmas tree?
Yeah, because I have some who want to do the tree. We may want to do a separate day for just trees.
Okay.
I think you might get more people because they don't want to do the wreaths, but they want to do the tree.
Okay, so we'll do wreaths, and then we'll do a separate class for the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That was easy. And then while the angels wasn't on the calendar that she spoke of, we did do an angels class in September, and we have a couple of them coming up through the end of the year. These are our little macrame angels. And yes, one has a halo, one does not. It's just because I didn't get the halo done for that yet.
Yep.
But
it's got skinny legs too.
Well, it's different legs. I've been trying different
cording
to see what I like better.
Different colored beads, different size beads.
Yep. And then this part, the little band, you'll have color options, so you can change your little band color.
And these can be ornaments or package decorations.
Yeah, they're so much fun, and they're so nice. And there's enough time in the class where you can finish the 3. You have enough supplies to make 3. You can finish all 3 in the class. And then we do have kits available for the wreaths, the tree, and the angels. So if you don't want to do the class, you can always do the kit. Or if you do the class and you want more, you can buy the kit afterwards. And I think there's enough in the kits for 4 of the angels, 4 of the wreaths, and 2 or 3 Christmas trees.
Yeah, I haven't seen the tree yet, so I don't know how big they're going to be.
They're about this big.
So
they're still an ornament.
Yeah.
It's still an ornament. I mean, it's not. We're not doing it.
No.
We're not doing a big macrame Christmas tree.
They're going to be fun. A lot of fun. I can't wait to do them.
You have to remind me after this video. I had the greatest idea for a felting project. Okay, sorry. It just hit me. But that's okay. I know. I got issues. Actually, 2.
Forget by the time I ask her.
I can say it now. No. Somebody give me a pen. No. I got it. I'm not going to forget this one. It's good.
You don't even have a pen in your pocket.
I know.
He doesn't even have a pen today.
If you could see Bob, he's like, this girl, I'm telling you, she's a nut job. That's okay, though. It's what keeps it fun.
We have fun.
Yes. Today we're talking about charity.
We are talking about charity. So when the store opened, again, giving back to the community, finding a way to help charity in our area. I started getting a lot of donations of yarn, like about the fall of 2016, to the point of where I didn't know where I was going to put it.
Yeah.
And I went, we need a charity project that we can do. And a couple people brought me a Twiddle Muff kit. Or, hey, look at this. We found this online.
The lady in England.
Yes. Nurses in England started this for their patients on the Alzheimer's and dementia floors that they worked so that they could calm them down. So, it's an old-fashioned muff, inside and outside. One. You can flip them inside out. This one needs decorations on the inside. You should have decorations
this
inside.
One has.
Watch that one. I think that's the one that the beads are coming off of.
It has decorations on the inside. Little tiny beads, big baubles, buttons.
Someone crocheted things to put on here as extra decoration instead of sewing on buttons and beads and stuff.
Yep. A lot of them have different textures
Yeah.
in the yarn.
Fun, fuzzy
for,
stuff.
Great for Alzheimer's and dementia patients. Also great for your autistic kids.
It's also great for anyone who has debilitating arthritis and their hands really hurt, because this is double thick, and when you put your hands on the inside, it warms up your hands really nice, and plus you're actually flexing your joints, which helps with arthritis. Movement helps, blood stimulation, blood flow, all of that kind of stuff. So those are the things that you need. So it's multi-purpose. Isn't it cute?
I like that bead.
So people started donating yarns. I decided to go ahead and make the first samples because I needed to know how much yarn to use. I had a basic pattern. I simplified it. So I did a knit, and then I undid it so I knew how much yardage I needed. And then I did a crochet, and I did the same thing with the crochet. We have two different kits. We have a crochet kit and we have a knit kit.
This is a knit kit.
No, this one's a crochet.
Sorry, I saw a knit version on the back.
The pattern that comes in these kits has the knit version on one side, crochet version on the other.
I forgot about that.
You can share. Please share. Give to your local memory care facilities. Find a school that has a special needs class. I have teachers that come in and get these every year for their new class students.
Yep.
So, and I have plenty that I have in stock that I can give them. What we do is, originally it was purchase a kit for $10, bring me back the finished item in the bag, and you get a free one. Bring me back the next one, you get a free one. You pay the $10 one time, bring it back to me, you get a free one forever. As long as you're bringing it back to me, you're going to get a free one. We did a launch party in January of 2017.
Oh, it was fabulous. The outpouring was just, we get emotional because it's really neat to see what happens when you try to bring people together.
There were over 40 women who came.
I know.
We just kept setting up tables. They bought their kit. They sat down. They started working on them. Now, this was a Saturday. On Monday, could believe it, we had,
I know.
they were bringing me back 3 and 4 completed because they dove into their stash.
Yep.
It was fabulous.
You're making me stop it.
We created a huge inventory, and I waited for a couple of months till we built up plenty.
Yep.
And then we started in our city, and we expanded out and contacted and gave 5 Twiddle
we
Muffs.
drove around. I mean, oh my God,
Yeah.
Kathy and I drove around, talked to so many different facilities, explained to them what the Twiddle Muffs were about. It was so much fun to look at directors go, what a wonderful thing. Dang you.
So, and then there was a day where Jennifer was still living in the area at the time, and she watched the store so I could hit Stowe, Cuyahoga Falls, Akron. I think I visited 10 facilities that day. And you have to get to the director of the department.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Not
so
just
I
the
did.
facility director. Got to talk to the person in the department.
In charge of that memory care facility. And they thought it was a brilliant idea. And I said, please give me feedback. If you need more, call me and let me know. I will bring them to you. We donated these for free.
Yep. Still do.
Still do. Free.
I mean, this is 5.
Well,
wait, are we
2017?
What year we were 22?
It is 5 years. We've been
5
doing this for
5.5 years.
5.5 years. I
And
even
people
had
still bring the kits
yes.
in. They still purchase new kits sometimes.
Even have these on my Etsy store, and people buy these in other states.
Yep.
And I go, please share this pattern with your group of fiber friends and help those people in your area. You know, they may buy it for their mom or dad just to help comfort them, but it's like, please reach out to everybody in your community. Please share this.
Yes.
I have no problem. Like I said, I simplified the patterns for the knit and the crochet. Large yarns, large needles, large crochet hook. It's a fast project.
Very fast project, which I still haven't finished mine for my son. So he got the one side. I never did the inner. So he has the outside that he, plays with, but
and
he understands his mom.
I will let you know, I'm the quality control behind these. I put the kits together. It has all the doodads to decorate it, but I actually go back and I go like this.
She checks everyone before it's given out to make sure that everything is sturdy and stable.
We cannot have patients swallowing buttons or beads or...
Oh, that'd be bad.
Yes, so I do a quality check, and this one's sitting over there, and when I picked it up off of the chair, the stuff was bouncing all over the floor. So I have beads over there I got to pick up. But it goes through a quality check because I can't let that happen. But see, look, I'm going to pull on this, and you'd be amazed
And how strong,
some
some
those people are.
Yep. If
See,
it comes off,
it's
it's got to get reattached.
It's got to get reattached, which is no biggie. So that's what I do, just so you know, they are quality control. We have donated over 800 of these since we started.
That's just amazing to me.
Between the schools and the facilities. I have people who work in those various memory care facilities or assisted living where there's a memory care floor.
Yep.
And if they change jobs or they change a facility within that same umbrella of business, they will come back and go, hey,
I'm at a new facility.
Yeah, can I take these to our director so that they can see these? And, I think it's really going to help my patients. So my customers here really promote this as well. They do a great job. So this was the first charity project that we did because I had so much donated yarn.
Yes.
At the other store in Macedonia, I had a very small space, but I decided to take some of those yarns, and they were full skeins. Well, I don't want to break down a full skein.
Right.
Okay? So partial skeins go into these. Full skeins reduce the price. At that time, I had this handmade cradle that I just...
the cradle.
I tossed it through full of yarn. I even took and bagged yarns if they were the same yarn, same dye lot, that kind of thing.
Yep.
If there was 4 or 5 of them, why not put them all together so they can purchase that kind of thing. 100% of those proceeds from that charity yarn that was donated goes to our local emergency assistance center. With moving to the new store, I have a larger space. I have an entire 6-foot grid rack.
That's filled to the brim.
Yes. Both ends, both sides.
Yeah.
Bagged yarn, single skeins of yarn. You have cotton yarn. You have specialty yarns. There are some looms. There are some crochet hooks. There are some knitting needles. It's hanks that are hanging that somebody went, I have an extra one here, just put it out. Okay. There's some really nice
nice
yarns over there. I have
sure.
sweater quantities of yarn. There's
amazing stuff for weavers.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing stuff for weavers over there, because even I sneak over there sometimes and go, I want this bag. I need this bag.
Yeah.
There's every once in a while you'll catch some stuff for spinners over there for a ply thread.
Yeah.
Just accident. Like, it's not a normal thing.
Yeah.
But every once in a while you pop across something very unique and you're like, I can ply with that.
Yeah.
So I love that rack. But most importantly, I love the rack because
it goes 100% of the proceeds to our emergency assistance center. They get a check from me every month.
Every month.
Every
for
month
years.
they get a check from
for
me.
years.
And it helps them do their monthly things that they need to do. Now, I've also gotten enough donations in books, magazines, and patterns. I have a bookcase now.
I love it.
That there's some out-of-print books that are really nice to have over there. There's a series of books. There's some great how to make a sweater book, top-down sweater construct. Lots of baby books, one skein wonder books.
There's some books over there that are just the very basic how to crochet.
Exactly.
Very basic how to knit that teach you basic stitches. So it's not even like, I mean, you have all levels.
Everything's over there.
Of both.
Yep.
In that thing. There are some weaving books.
There are.
I don't know if there's spinning books.
There's not, because as soon as those come in, I put them on the table and go, I want that one.
Yeah, and they never make it to the
they
shelf.
never make it to the shelf.
Yeah, I understand that.
But the books, magazines, and individual pattern sheets that I get, 50% of the list price. Now, there's some old stuff from the 1940s and 50s that was a dime. Yeah, here, take it. I don't need your nickel. Just take it. It's okay. Just take the pattern. But it also is funny to look at those old issues and see the styles, or see what's coming back into style.
And my daughter informed me the 90s are coming back. I'm like, yes! Flare bottom jeans. I'm so happy.
Do you know flare bottom jeans were from the 70s?
Don't care, but they also were there in the 90s.
Yeah, it was that 20-year recycle.
Yeah, I need it back. Because I look so good in those jeans. These high-waisted weird things that they got going on. I'm comfortable around the middle. But it's nice that everything comes back. And with having those old patterns,
you can create the stuff that was popular back then. So again, 100% of the proceeds go to the Emergency Assistance Center. I have items that I have knit, or samples from the vendors that go on sale. Some of those things also go towards that charity to the Emergency Assistance Center. I even have a program that if you want to round up to the next dollar, that money goes to the Emergency Assistance Center too. So you can donate a monetary donation and they will get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, we might have missed completely what we were talking about today, but I think you gathered we're doing charity. And we're talking about charity that happens here in the store.
Yes.
But we're also talking about charity that you can do on your own.
Right. And before you start that,
I'm not, no. I
also want you to understand that, you know, yes, we do the memory care facilities for Alzheimer's, dementia, the autism, the special needs kids in the schools, things like that. Alzheimer's Association has also started being part of what we do here in the store.
Yes.
We did that fundraiser back in June.
That was
huge success. Her yarns are all gone.
I can't even dye more of my calx yarn for things coming up because I have none, and I'm like,
But it
I
went
gotta
to a
order
good
more.
cause.
It did. Went to a good cause because they all sold.
They all sold.
Yeah.
There are still some of the felted fox kits here
Okay.
as they sell. That money goes to the Alzheimer's Association.
Hey, great holiday presents.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they're a complete kit with pictured instructions and written instructions in there too. And if you need help, you can come back to me and I will help you with it.
For sure.
So I also get groups who are local that come in and go, hey, we're doing a one-day fundraiser or a basket raffle. Recently, we just had down at the Brentwood facility, they were doing a cruise-in, and they were doing prize baskets and raffles, and do you have anything? Yep. Have someone come and get it.
What would you like? I got stuff.
Yeah, have someone come and get it. And it's the best way that I know, in addition to what I already do here in the store,
Yep.
to give back to the community.
Yep.
I also there's a local woman who, she quilts. And she quilts it's her way of helping herself with her current medical condition that she's going through. And a lot of those quilts end up in my store, and we just ask people to give a donation.
They're awesome.
Again,
quilts.
the money goes to the Emergency Assistance Center.
Cameraman Bob.
This is the fox that we did
He's cute.
for
We
the
like him a
Alzheimer's
lot.
Association. Thank you, Regina Harden, for letting us help you with that project. She did it for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
We did really well. Again,
We did. It was
so
awesome.
it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But those are the things that we like to do. Yes, I have said no to some groups that come to me, only because bad timing.
Right. Or
Um,
sometimes we've just given out 17 different things for raffle baskets, and it's hard to do 18. Just because it depends. I mean, when they all hit you in 1 week,
Yeah,
at the
it's rough.
beginning of the year at the salon, I'm telling you, in September, in a 2-week period, every year, I get hit up for no less than 22 raffle baskets. And I'm like, guys, here again, mom and pop shop. I can't afford to give $50, $100
Right.
to 22 different people and still feed my family. Not in the same week.
Right.
So, timing is everything
Yeah.
with fundraisers and things like that when
Yeah.
they're asking for donations. But when it comes to things like what we did with Regina, that's different. That's priceless. And that's a group activity. That's us getting people involved
Yes.
and raising money as a team of people, not just putting stuff in a basket that they're going to go raffle off at a
Right.
dinner.
Right.
So, big difference. This kind of charity versus the other kind of charity.
Yeah.
Two different things.
It's two different things.
One of the things that you do, that you belong to a group on Facebook, crochet.
Oh, yeah. So
I can never remember the full name of
it's
it.
the Cuyahoga Knit and Hook group.
Okay. They do a lot of charitable works.
They do.
as well. And I know
They
you
do.
belong to them.
I'm part of their Facebook group, and I have gone to some of their so-called meetings. They just get together
Yeah.
every couple weeks on a Monday or a Wednesday or whatever it is. They do a lot of charity knitting and crocheting. And they have been recipients of the many skeins of yarn that have come
That's
through
why I
the
was-
door.
Yeah.
I remember another group, Pins and Needles, I think it was in Mayfield, ended up with 11 garbage bags of full skeins of yarn from a big box store.
Yep.
It's almost like somebody went in and went like this and just
Just dumped it all into a bag.
into a cart and went up and paid for it and donated this yarn to that company. They're a fabric store, but one of their workers is one of my customers, and she went, I'll get rid of this for you. She brought it to me. I had over 250 full skeins
I remember that.
of yarn.
Like, where are we putting all this yarn?
So I went at Kent State. There is a group called Knitting for Those in Need.
Yep.
And I contacted her first, and I went, here's my situation. Do you have a need? She goes, yep, I'll take all the darker colors that you have for the men
Yep.
that they do projects for. And they were doing a lot of the loom hats.
Yep.
And she would teach some of them how to knit or crochet, but it was basics, and it was the college students that she was teaching. And they were donating to shelters in that area. I
Yep.
gave her 100 skeins of yarn. I have 150 left. Contacted Andy at the Cuyahoga Falls group. Andy, I have yarn. Do you need? Sure. Now they knit for the area hospitals,
Yep.
the shelter groups down in the Akron area,
Yep.
and some other things that they do. Okay? Perfect. She came and got 60 skeins of yarn.
That's awesome.
I still have another 60 to go.
I can't get all the tears out of my eyes from earlier yet. Ah.
So then it was, okay guys, I have yarn. If you have a charity project in mind, and I've never done this, I was afraid to do it, but I opened it up and trusted this is going to be okay. And you know, a few people actually took advantage of it, and they came in and they went, I heard that you have yarns that you're willing to donate for charity knitting and crocheting. I'm doing this specific project for this group for charity. How many skeins do you want?
Yep.
Here, pick your colors. So I basically got rid of most of that yarn. There were some partial skeins that went into the twiddle
into the
muffs,
twiddle muffs.
and then whatever was left went onto the charity rack for sale because they were full
was
skeins.
awesome. I mean, it just one
It just
drop off
snowballed,
of yarn snowballed into so much charity. I mean, that's beautiful.
I will share because I'm sorry, I'm not going to use it, all of it.
There's no way.
No, and I
There's
still have
no
bins
way.
back there.
And there'll be more coming in 2 days.
There's always more
There'll be
coming.
more coming in next week. It's just how it works.
It's how it works, and it's
Yep.
fine. I will never tell anybody no.
Yeah.
You have to understand, I will never tell anybody no. But I will also check it and make sure that it's not dry rot
We do
that
get
it-
some of that when people are cleaning out attics and stuff.
in garages and
That's
things like
so
that.
heartbreaking.
Or that critters didn't get into
Yep.
it. That
All
there's
that
no
weaving thread
bugs
that
in
we
it.
got that one
I
time and it
know,
all
it was
snapped.
all
I
dry
was
rot.
so sad. I was
went
like,
snap. Aw. And it was all on
four
cones.
boxes.
And it was on cones, and we had to toss it in the dumpster.
That was so sad.
But don't hesitate, because
Yeah.
I will. I'll check it.
If it passes the test,
It goes up on
it
the
goes
rack.
up on the rack.
So yeah, so there's that. So there's those couple of groups.
Yep.
Yeah, it's. I share. I
Absolutely.
have contacts. I know people, and don't be afraid to call me. I actually have people who have either called or emailed, sent me a text on the phone. Hey, do you take specifically? It was latch hook rug kits.
Yeah.
I do not, but I offer suggestions. What about the local Y for their after school kids programs?
Yep.
What about going to a school and getting in touch with the teacher who teaches the art classes? See if they have a need for those kinds of things.
A lot of times they do. You would be surprised. There's a lot of teachers out there teaching fiber arts.
Yes. So, again, if I don't, I will find places that you can. I will offer suggestions. It's just to get the conversation started so you can start going, oh yeah, we do have that group in our area that does this. Well,
Yep.
please, if there's nothing against Goodwill, but if you
No.
can give it to one of those kinds of places, they're going to have a better use for it.
Absolutely.
And it's going to go to someone who actually needs it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah. I don't know what else, anything else.
Well, so yeah, the one thing that I want to say is, so besides like what Jeannine does in the store, a lot of times there are people out there that love to knit, they love to crochet, they love to weave, but the family is tired of getting gifts because
Yeah.
we've made them 27 scarves and 15 hats and 20 pairs of gloves. And your husband says, you can make me a sweater, but you can't force me to wear it. You wait, he's wearing that sweater. However, there are a lot of places in the community just surrounding us where we're at locally that will take finished items. that you make, if you want to do charity, there is always a way. I'm going to give you a few places that I have found that for sure will take scarves, hats, gloves, blankets. Okay? Those are, especially because Cleveland winter sucks. We love Cleveland. But Cleveland winter sucks and it gets really cold, and you know, there's just a need. There's more of a need than you can possibly imagine, especially with the craziness that the economy has done. It's put other people in not great situations, and our camera is going like this, and we're all feeling like a little dizzy now, but that's okay. He's back. So I'm just going to tell you the list of the places that I found. Call them before you take stuff up to make sure that they just didn't get a barrage of items. Always good to check, because they may ask you to wait a week or two till they pass out the items that they have, because a lot of these places don't have the extra storage.
Also, if they don't have a need at that time, they might know someone who does.
Yes, so don't hesitate to ask. But some of the places that I have found, there's the Family Promise Center of Greater Cleveland. They're in Cleveland. There's the City Mission just down in Cleveland, and that's a standard, and I know for a fact they always have a need. They have St. Herman House, also in Cleveland. Let's see here. I want to find one of the other ones that I found. Oh, where did it go? Oh, yes. The Haven Rest Ministries.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, in Akron. I was trying to find it.
We have a charity.
They're
one.
great.
We have a member on Thursday night who comes, and her church has supported the Haven of Rest for many years. She crochets and knits scarves and headbands for 45 women. Once a year in November, they have some kind of a dinner banquet kind of thing, and they present them with the scarves and the headbands. And her church started it, but there's no support anymore from other church members who are helping her to make those. So our Thursday night group helps her make the scarves and
That's
the headbands
awesome.
that she needs. One person doing 45, that's the only thing you're doing that entire year.
Oh, for sure.
So I make a lot of woven scarves, and I just go, how many more do you need? Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Here you go.
Yeah.
Take these.
Yeah.
Whatever she needs.
That's awesome.
There are specific requirements, so if you want to help with that,
Yeah.
if you're tired of making things for your family,
Right. There's always a place. Harvest Home is another one in Akron. They're awesome. The other side is a lot of church organizations. So if there's a church that you belong to and you don't currently know about their charitable works and goods that they need and do, please check. There are a lot that do the stuff for the infants, like baby hats, baby blankets for the infants. They do charitable works for South America. All the times, a lot of missions, and sometimes they're asking for prayer shawls.
Yes.
Sometimes they're asking for hats. Every year it tends to be a little different.
Yep.
Prayer shawls, listen, go to Ravelry. There is a free prayer shawl pattern.
Many.
Right. One I found gives 4 different ways to make prayer shawls. They're very easy, very simple, and prayer shawls, it's a gracious gift, you know.
Lap blankets. So prayer shawls, everybody thinks, okay, that's for the women. The men will use a lap blanket. Same thing.
So there you
make
go.
A blanket. And some of these assisted living places, they'll take lap blankets for the people in wheelchairs. There are certain
For sure.
things that you need to watch. Don't put fringe on it. It'll get in the wheels, that kind of thing.
Right.
But these are smaller pieces. It's not a full-size blanket. It's
it's less than the size of a crib blanket, guys.
Right. Put it on your lap.
It's like making a pillowcase.
It's this wide. Do your arms like this. It's this wide to the floor, from your waist, from your lap to the floor. That's it. That's all you need.
Right. So, just consider if you're like, God, I really like to be handy. I really like to knit. I don't really know who else to knit for. Knit for charity. Like there's such a need in our community and every other community for just people doing good works, and it makes you feel good. But imagine the person
who's receiving it. Yeah, because you know what?
Oh, I get choked up. I do. It's emotional because
you've been there. We've all been there when times are rough and we need something. You hate to ask, but you know what? Ask. There's places out there that will help you.
I absolutely have. When my daughter was little bitty newborn, and we won't talk about all the drama surrounding that with my ex-husband. There was a moment when I was mad at my family, they were mad at me, and I was trying to figure things out. And if it hadn't have been for the gift giving and graciousness of other people, we wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
So, because of that, I have spent all of my life trying to figure out, no matter what I do, how do I also raise people up with me? How do I give back to our community? When I met Jeannine, it was like, oh, I was meant to meet this woman because she has the same kind of giving spirit. So never underestimate the power of charity works,
right?
Within your fiber arts. It's so important, and it can be life changing. I mean, it sounds silly, but a hat can make a difference.
It can. I know a teacher who teaches elementary 4th grade, and she teaches her students how to crochet, and it's a rewards program, and they can crochet in her class and do the work and everything. So, and it is something that these kids truly value and treasure because it's something that they're doing to help a fellow classmate. Little do they know,
we gotta stop with these emotional videos because my heart can't take it.
Sometimes they're actually making an item for themselves.
Yeah.
Because they don't even have a scarf. And it's flat projects, it's not hats. It's a scarf. And when they finish, she goes, do you know of anybody who could use this?
Oh. There goes my heart.
So, and they go, yep, so-and-so. And she goes, well, go give it to them.
That's awesome.
Or if they go, nope, well, then you keep it. It's for you. It's awesome.
I think it's awesome. Like,
you're teaching kids early on about charity.
Yeah. And you're giving them a life skill.
Yep.
You're also giving them a therapeutic skill. Because if fiber is not therapeutic, I don't know what is. I am the sure sign that fiber is therapeutic.
So hopefully you understand why we do what we do. The reason behind it.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about the yarn.
No.
It's about the community.
Absolutely. So, again, if you are empty-handed and full-hearted and you want to figure out how to give back, you can look at our comments below this video. We'll give you a lot of ideas. And you can also reach out to Jeannine and ask her what charitable work she has going on in the store right now. Or we can recommend Facebook groups that you can join that do nothing but charity knitting and charity crocheting and charity weaving. It's all over the place, and we're more than happy to connect you to where you need to be so that you can give.
Yep, absolutely.
Remember to like
and share
and subscribe to our channel. We're plugging away.
Yep.
Getting our numbers up.
Blue Fiber Tree on Facebook and YouTube. There's an Instagram,
but I forget to post on it sometimes, so sorry.
Yeah, and don't forget longtailknits.com, Longtailknits on Facebook.
alk&me.com, alk&me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm actually more active on that one than I am our Blue Fiber Tree. Sorry, guys.
But it's
If
all
you,
about blue fiber tree.
it is. If you have not entered to win our raffle basket for the blue fiber tree, you have a few days left. I'm going to draw for that on October 1st.
Yep.
You must have subscribed to the YouTube channel. Go to the Facebook page of the blue fiber tree, comment underneath, and you get an entry. Post a picture of a work in progress, and you get a second entry.
Or a finished item.
Oh, or a finished item.
They worked on it. If they finished it without taking a picture in
I
progress.
suppose I like the work in progress because then I get to imagine what it's going to look like.
Okay.
Yes. So, again, like, subscribe, share with your friends, con your friends, tell them to come like us and subscribe. We would like to get those numbers up.
And find someone in your community that you can help.
Please find someone in your community that you can help. Have a lovely day. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be Halloween season. Yes.
But she's also doing Christmas stuff, so.
I am, but I love Halloween. I didn't do any macrame for Halloween.
You did not.
I dropped the ball. But I got some ideas, which I gotta remember to tell her about after this video, so I don't get in trouble and my brain goes.
All right, guys.
You take care.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.